Alright, what's up y'all? AJ Simmons back for another video. Today I just want to talk about like how I'm able to, have the drive that I have, because I was asked that yesterday when I went live on YouTube, and I was asked like, how do I have the drive to keep going and keep building? And I gave an answer, but I really thought about it more when I got out that video, and I was thinking it really just come down to, man,
headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
I didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have a plan B. I didn't have a fallback. I didn't have a crutch. And I was looking on social media earlier today, and I saw somebody that I know. They were saying how they always run back to their mom's house, right? And it hit me. I'm like, you know what? That's a luxury, whether they know it or not. That's a luxury, because I never had the option to run back to my mom's house or to my dad's house. My dad ain't never had his house, right? He never had his own. He always stayed with his mom, right? So after he left us anyway, because he was there when I was up until I was about 8 years old. Then him and my mom got a divorce. They split, and he never get his own place after that. So I couldn't run to him because he didn't even have his own. Then my mom, you know what I mean, she gave us tough love. So it was just like, look, you grown, I raised you, do what you got to do, right? And her being that way, some people will look at that and say, well, it's cruel, or it's this, or it's that. But I'm grateful for it, because her being that way made me who I am today. It made me not depend on people. It made me know that if I want to eat, I'm going to have to get out here and go eat myself, right? I'm going to have to go catch the fish and eat it. Nobody gave me fish, right? And so it just taught me that no matter what, if you want something in this world, you got to go get it. And that's the way she was, right? I got my determination from her. She get out here and she grind. I don't see her out here begging for handouts, asking for help, waiting for a man to come save her, right? She was alone with her 3 kids after my dad left, and she handled business, right? And so we was never like on, we didn't get no food stamps and live on housing and none of that, right? My mom was paying real rent, right? And doing it by herself and figuring it out. You know what I mean? Of course, she probably had some friends or things on the way, but she handled it like an adult. She didn't cry to us and cry to her kids and tell us all their business. We didn't know about tax time, right? You know, a lot of kids in the projects, they'll know about tax time and when the money come in, and yeah, my mama got me this for tax time. We didn't even know about that stuff. My mama just handled business and kept it to herself, right? And that was the way that we tried to, well, that's the way that I tried to do it. I tried to do it the way she did it, right? Is I just handle business, you know what I mean? And I always been hard-headed, right? Like, since I was a kid, I've always been hard-headed. I've never wanted to listen to people, right? I always want to make up my own rules. I want to do what I want to do, and if what you tell me to do don't make sense, then I'm definitely not doing it, right? So it's like, I can cooperate, but I want you to understand that I'm choosing to cooperate. Like, that was always my personality, even as a kid, right? And it's funny because now my son's that way, right? And I got to deal with him, right? But anyway, but see, I empower him and let him know, look, you do have a choice, right? I said, but here's the thing. With every choice, there's consequences too, right? I said, so you don't have to listen to me. That's absolute fact. But just know that if you don't, I probably whip your ass, right? And I don't beat my kids, but they got that respect instilled in them, that they know that they got to listen to us, right? You know what I mean? So, but my point is this though. I didn't have a plan B. You know what I mean? I can't go back to mama's house. I can't. No, man, I don't have a plan B, period. And then on top of me not having a plan B, I just want my freedom, though. I want to be able to do what I want when I want. So that's what pushed me to help and keep striving and build my business, right? And then also my kids, man. Like, I want to be able to leave my kids something, right? And like, when you're a child, you always grow up and you ask your parents, well, why aren't we rich? Or why this? Or why that, right? Why is the world this way, right? And I didn't want to have that dumb look on my face when my kids come up and walk up to me one day and be like, Dad, can we go to Disney World? Why can't we go to Disney World? And then my answer would have to be, because we broke, right? Or why can't we take vacations? Or how come we don't own a house? Well, how come you didn't get rich, right? I didn't want to have a dumb face when my kids asked me these questions, because those questions will probably come. I know I asked my parents those questions, right? I remember asking my dad about a Corvette. I asked because my dad always drove a Cadillac, right? And I do now today. It's probably where I got it from. But I asked my dad when I was a kid, I said, Dad, how come you don't get a Corvette like that, right? I saw a red Corvette on TV, the classic Corvette, right? And he was like, I don't want one. And so he said, because they sit too low to the ground. And in that moment, that was probably the best thing he could have did without even knowing it. Because, see, I thought automatically his answer was going to be, well, we can't afford that. He didn't say I can't afford it. He just said, I don't want one because it sit too low to the ground. And so that answer right there let me know, like, hey, my dad probably can get that. He just don't want it. And so it helped me to be able to dream bigger and know that, hey, that's possible. It's just if you want it or not, right? But anyway, that was a sidebar. I forgot where I was even going with that and why I brought that up. Oh, but anyway, my parents really are the two main reasons why I am the way I am, though. Like the way I was able to grind and figure this stuff out. My mom's determination, and then my dad's heart. Because he had a big heart. He always had a big heart. He got a big heart now, right? But he's also tough, right? And he always instilled that in us. Like, be tough, be tough, be tough, right? So, but anyway, that's all I came to say, man. That's how I was able to build and to become this millionaire, right? At 30, when I'm 33 now, I actually became a millionaire at 32, and I'm a net worth millionaire. I'm a paper millionaire, right? All my net worth is tied up in investments, business that I own, real estate, right? I don't have $1 million in the bank right now. Hopefully I will have it soon. Well, ain't no hopefully about it. I'll have it over time, but for now I don't have $1 million in the bank. But according to net worth, I am a millionaire, right? So, but that's how I got there, by simply building business, by not settling for less, right? By not, just accepting whatever come to me. I wanted my freedom. And it's like, I always had this mentality of, I'm better than stuff. I'm above this, right? I don't have to take this, and I walk clean out on the job. And my wife would tell you, because in them early days, right before we had kids and me and her stayed together, and they can piss me off, do anything wrong, and I'm walking out. Well, I feel like they're racist, I'm walking out. Knowing damn well we had rent to pay, right? But I guess what, I was like, you know what, we'll figure it out. And I always figured it out, whether I had to pawn something, whether I had to catch a sting, if you know what that is, and if you know, you know, right? But anyway, but whatever I had to do, I did what I had to do, and we still made our bills, right? We won't ball them, but we made it, right? And we always made it, and that's just the attitude that you got to have if you're going to make it out here as an entrepreneur, right? You start off as a hustler first, and then you grow into an actual business person that knows how to run a business, right? But that's it, man. I just that's really what pushes me and keeps me going to want to keep building and grinding for more. I'm always thirsty for more freedom, right? Because I have freedom now, right? I can pretty much wake up and do what I want to do, but it still ain't the freedom that I want. So I'm gonna keep grinding for bigger freedom. And when I say bigger freedom, I mean I want to be able to get up and just go to Africa for a month, right? Or get up and go to Cambodia or Brazil or wherever, right? I'm just naming places I ain't never been before, right? And just go and no care in the world, right? And so that's why I keep pushing and building for my freedom, for my kids' freedom, for when they grow up, for their kids' freedom, right? And then also for my parents, because my goal is to retire my parents, right? I want to retire my parents, not only my birth parents, but my wife's parents, right? And then the grandparents. So we still got grandparents that's alive, right? Why? You know what I mean? I don't want to wait around and let them keep waiting on a government check, right? You know what I mean? And it's like, and even if they don't need my help, I just want to be there just in case. You know what I mean? And so that's what keep pushing me, man. It's bigger than me. And I do it for y'all, man. I do it for the world, right? I understand that I'm hope for people. It's people that watch my channel that came exactly where I came from or came from background similar to mine. And when they see that I'm able to get out here and build things and do things that I'm doing, it motivates them. And that's what pushes me to keep going, man. So anyway, I'm AJ Simmons. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And check me out, man. Hit the notification bell too, so that way you get notified, because YouTube do not be telling people when I'm up here. So, but thank y'all for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Comment below if you can relate to this. If you can't, tell us your story and what drives you in your business, man. But anyway, I'm AJ Simmons. Talk to y'all later. Thank you.